This is the paper, today's exam paper, AL2022. If you take question number 11, so this is a very easy question. First part you have to show there's a quadratic equation is given, so you have to show the roots of this quadratic equation are real and distinct. Right? Let's see how you can do this sum. Px squared minus 2x plus 1 equals 0. You just take the discriminant of this equation. If you can show discriminant is positive, then you can say roots are real and distinct, right? Then what is the discriminant? B squared minus 4ac. What is b? B of this equation is minus 2 squared minus 4 into ac. A is p squared here, p squared, then p squared into 1, right? So somehow you have to show, you can take 4 out, then 1 minus p squared. Somehow you have to show this is positive, but you are given that mod p greater than 0 less than 1. Actually this implies p not equal 0 and p is between minus 1 and plus 1, right? Meaning of this, right? However, p squared, then p squared is less than 1 greater than 0. So this implies 1 minus p squared greater than 0, right? So therefore delta x 4 into 1 minus p squared greater than 0. Therefore the roots are real and distinct, right? So it has different roots, right? Distinct means different roots. Real, both roots are real and distinct. The next part you have to show that alpha beta both positive. What is alpha plus beta? Right? Next part you have to show both alpha beta are positive, right? Now you are given beta greater more than alpha, beta is greater than alpha. Okay? From the equation you can write alpha plus beta equals minus plus 2 p squared. Alpha plus beta is from the equation that is minus b over a. Minus b is minus 2 over p squared. What is alpha beta? Alpha beta is 1 over p squared. That is c over a, right? Now alpha plus beta, now it is clearly, you will see that alpha plus beta also greater than 0, because this is greater than 0, right? This is also greater than 0, right? Because p not equal 0, p squared is positive, therefore both greater than 0. This is alpha beta also greater than 0, right? Then you can say both alpha, now alpha beta greater than 0. Now alpha beta greater than 0 implies that roots are alpha and beta are both positive or both negative, right? Both positive or negative, because product of two numbers is positive, then both can be positive or both can be negative, right? Then only one possibility of these two. Then but alpha plus beta greater than 0 implies both cannot be negative. Both cannot be negative. Therefore, alpha and beta are both positive. Alpha and beta are both positive. Right? The next part you have to show find alpha minus 1 and alpha beta minus 1. Okay? Alpha minus 1 in terms of P. In terms of P, this equals alpha beta minus alpha plus beta plus 1. So what is alpha plus beta is 1 over P squared minus 2 over P squared. Alpha plus beta equals 2 over P squared plus 1. So this equals 1 minus 1 over P squared. So this equals P squared minus 1 over P squared. Right. But you know that P squared minus 1 is negative. P squared minus 1, P squared minus 1 over P squared is less than 0. The reason is P squared less than 1 and P squared greater than 0, right? Is less than 0. Therefore, alpha minus beta, but you know that alpha, then this is negative, alpha minus beta, alpha minus 1, beta minus 1 is less than 0. So what does this imply? This implies both alpha minus 1 and beta minus 1 out of these two, one of them should be negative. Both cannot have similar signs. That means if alpha 1 is positive, then other one should be negative, right? Should have different signs. Both should have different, alpha minus 1. But therefore one is negative, one is positive. But beta is the bigger value, so beta greater than alpha. Right? Now you are given that beta greater than alpha. Then beta minus 1 is the bigger value. That should be greater than 0. Therefore, other value alpha minus 1 less than 0. Right? Like this. Very easily you can determine that, because beta higher value should be more than beta minus 1 is the bigger value. Right? So it should be positive. Therefore, positive value should be beta minus 1. Right? Right. Next part, you have to show that deduce that, right, show that square root beta minus square root alpha equals 1 over, so this value you need this value, you just take square of this. What is the square of this? If you take the square of this, is equals beta plus alpha minus 2 alpha beta. So alpha plus beta equals 2 over p squared minus 2 over p squared square root. Right? So this equals 2 over p squared minus 2 over mod p. Right? So you can take now 1 over mod p out. So you can take this equals to p you can take 1 over p out, then 2 into 1 minus p equals so you can take it like this. You just take, so this is equal to, so this also you can write mod p squared minus 2 over mod p, because p squared equals mod p squared. Now you can take mod p squared out into 1 minus mod p. Right. Then beta minus alpha mod root alpha. So you have to take the square root, then 2 over mod p times into square root over 1 minus mod p. Like this. So 1 over mod p times square root 2 into 1 minus mod p, like that. This is beta minus alpha. Now they have given this beta mod square root beta plus square root alpha as 1 over mod p times square root. Now you don't need to find this, they have given that, so you can use it, this given. So that quadratic equation roots are square root alpha minus 1 by square root beta minus 1 with modulus signs, right? Mod of so you have to find the quadratic equation whose roots are, now roots are square root alpha minus 1 modulus and square root beta minus 1 modulus. So you have to find the quadratic equation whose roots are these two values, right? Now, so you just take the sum of these two values, square root alpha minus 1 plus square root beta minus 1. So this equals, alpha minus 1 is negative value. Then if you remove the modulus sign, you have to put, instead of mod alpha minus 1 equals 1 minus mod alpha. So square root beta is positive. Therefore, square root beta is greater than 1. Therefore, square root beta also greater than 1. So this is positive, bigger than 1. Therefore, root minus 1. So this equals root beta minus root alpha. So value of this we know that 1 over square root mod p times 2 into 1 minus mod p, all in square root. So this is the sum of the roots. Now you need the product of the roots also, right? Product equals alpha minus square root alpha minus 1 into beta minus 1. So we can, this equals 1 minus square root alpha into square root beta minus 1. Now you can multiply this one, square root beta minus 1 minus square root alpha beta plus square root alpha. So this equals square root alpha plus square root beta, you have value, you are given that value. So that part equals 1 over square mod p times 2 into 1 plus mod p minus 1. So square root alpha beta is 1 over mod p. Like that. So this equals 2 into 1 plus mod p minus mod p minus 1 over whole thing divided by mod p. Therefore, required equation is, the required equation x squared minus sum of the roots, that is 1 over mod p into 2 times 1 over mod p x, product of the roots is square root 2 into 1 plus mod p minus mod p minus 1 whole thing divided by equals 0. Therefore, equation is, to multiply it by mod p, you have mod p equals mod p x squared minus square root 2 into 1 minus mod p times x plus square root 2 into 1 plus mod p minus mod p minus 1 equals 0. Okay. So this is the quadratic equation part of this sum, the today's exam, right? If you take part B, now you are given that px, polynomial, cubic polynomial is given, right? Cubic polynomial is given. What is the cubic polynomial? Px equals 2x cubed plus ax squared plus bx minus 4. Right? A and b are real constants. Now you have to find x. A and b, but you are given that x plus 2 is a factor of px. Right? Factor of px. Now you can, if it is factor of px, right, then since x plus 2 is a factor, p minus 2 equals 0. If you substitute minus 2, then 2 into minus 2 cube plus a into minus 2 squared plus b into minus 2 minus 4 equals 0, right? So this equals 4a minus 2b minus this 20 equal 0, right? that is 2a minus b minus 10 equals 10. So this is equation 1. But now they say that p dash x as a derivative of px. Very easily you can take the derivative 6x squared plus 2ax plus b. But p dash x also has the factor x plus 2. That means since x plus 2 is a factor, p dash x, so p dash minus 2 equals 0. If you substitute minus 2, this is 6 into minus 2 squared plus 2a into minus 2 plus b equals 0. b equals 0. That means that is 4a minus b equals 24. This is 2. Then by 2 minus 1, we have 2a equals 14, a equals 7. Then what is b? b equals 2 into 14 minus 10. 14 minus 10 is 4. 2 into 7, 14 minus 10 is b equals 4. Then you can write down clearly what is px. Px is equal to 2x cubed plus 7x squared plus x minus 4. Right? Or x minus 4. Then what is p dash x? P dash x equals 6x squared plus 14x plus 4. Now what you have to do? Now you have to show px minus 3p dash x. What is px minus 3p dash x? 3x cubed plus 7x squared plus 4x minus 4 into minus 3 times 6x squared plus 14x plus 4. Let's see what is that. Then 3x cubed plus 7x squared minus 18x squared is minus 11x squared into 4x minus 42x minus 4x minus 42x minus 38x minus 12 minus 16. This px minus 3p dash x. So they are now you have to find you have to factorize this expression completely, right? There is the last part of this sum, right? Factorize. But you know that px and p dash x both has x plus 2 is a factor. Therefore x plus 2 is a factor of this. X plus 2 is a factor. So here 2x cubed. 2x cubed minus 11x squared minus 38x minus 16. So x plus 2 is a factor because px or x plus 2 is a factor of px, x plus 2 is a factor of p dash x. Therefore x plus 2 is a factor. Then other factor you can write 2x squared plus ax minus 8 like that. You can set the constant term minus 16, so you can put minus 8 here so that you get the minus 16. The coefficient of x cube is 2, then x into 2x squared is x cube. Only you have to find the coefficient of x in this quadratic factor. Now, if you compare the coefficient of x squared, what is the coefficient of x squared in left hand side is 7. What is the coefficient of x squared in this section? Sorry, 11. Minus 11. This is minus 11. Minus 11. Okay. What is the coefficient of x squared in this expression? If you multiply, you get here, you get 4. If you multiply these two, you get a. Then therefore a equals minus 15. So now you can write down the last factor like this. So if you write it, you can show that then p equals px minus 3p dash x equals x plus 2 into 2x squared minus 15x minus 8. So if you factorize this quadratic expression very easily, you can factorize. So 2x x, so you can put 8 here, 1 into 8. This equals the minus plus 1, right? So you arrange the numbers so that you get the factors. Middle term is minus 15, right? So this if you factorize completely, you get these factors: x plus 2, 2x plus 1, and x minus 8 are the factors of this equation. That's the plus sum. That's the 11th sum. 11th one.